understand how to make a material grain sensitive, let us first take the example of a non-sensitive material and see how the output comes in. For that, let me go into my admin portal. Herein, in your finishes category, I have under solid these finishes, out of which I'll take almond and I'll check the SKU properties of this. You can see there are no additional properties in this, so this material is not grain sensitive right now. The same material, I'll go into my design portal here. In my design, I have one cabinet and I will make the internal and external finish of the carcass and shutter as that same finish almond. So you can see now we have used a material which is non-sensitive. Let me take this design link and create a work order in my MES portal. I'll create a work order. I will name this as test for grain and I will add the design link here and create. This is now created. This is my cabinet. I will verify this unit. I'll enable this cabinet for manufacturing. And in my outputs, now if I go into board layout, you can see there is one board and all the panels are arranged here. And in this, if you look at your particular shutter panel, you can see this is C1P19. Can you see C1P19 here? So let us go into the output and check C1P19, which is 1. So in my board layout, this is the panel. You can see 600 along the width and 720 side along the length, right? So this is the panel that we have. Now let us go back to our admin portal. And herein, under wooden, I have a material, Acacia exodus, which is vertical grains. That means that the sheet that you would get for manufacturing has vertical grains and it needs to be sensitive as well when you are cutting the panels accordingly. So if I have to make that sensitive, I'll go into edit SKU properties and herein in additional properties, I can add a property of has grain. You can see has grain. And herein you have to select which type of grain it has. In this particular finish, I have vertical grains on my sheet. So I will select vertical and I will update the details. Now I'll go into my design file and I will refresh my cache once so that the latest update from the admin portal is taken in the design portal as well. You can see I've refreshed the cache of the SKU and apply. So now for this cabinet, I will go ahead and change the internal and external finish of carcass and shutter to wooden Acacia exodus vertical grains, the one we had just changed. Now the entire material used in this cabinet is grain sensitive. So I can select any panel that I want. Let's say I'm selecting the shutter panel here. I'm going into the panel level and herein under materials, I have the option of rotate finish. So I can rotate it left or right as per my requirement. I'm rotating left, for example. So now you can see that the finish is rotated in your design. And now this particular cabinet, let me check the output in your board layout as well. MES portal, you can go into the modular unit section and resync your design because you have made changes to it. You have to resync your design such that the changes in your design portal are updated in your work order as well. You can see this is the cabinet that we have changed. Now let us check this particular cabinet. You can see this is updated and I will verify it and I will enable it for manufacturing again. Now when I go into the output section in board layout, you can see that the same panel C1P19, you can see C1P19, the board layout is now changed, right? According to your new design, you can see this is 3. So herein you will be able to see that this is the panel 3 and the panel 3 is now changed in orientation such that it can be cut according to the design you have specified. You can see 720 side is now along the width and 600 side along the length. So this is how you make the change of a SKU to being a grain sensitive finish and how you rotate the finish also for your outputs to come correctly.